Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Lewis, and if you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Also be sure to give this video a like and maybe a comment. So, I saw Dunkirk yesterday, and it was a pretty intense, pretty awesome movie, I must say. And I just wanted to talk about it because Harry Styles, one of my favorite people in the whole entire world, was in it, and yeah, I just want to talk about it. So, disclaimers, because I don't want to get attacked for this video. First of all, I am not a movie critic. I am not a professional movie critic. I don't consider myself a movie critic. This review is from the standpoint of a stan. But yeah, if you're expecting a credible and professional and intelligent opinion, probably should click away. If you wanted to just hear this from somebody else who loves Harry Styles or is really excited about the movie, keep on watching because this is the video for you. I wrote some notes down on my phone, and I also texted some of my friends, like Cass. Shout out to Cass. She's seen the movie like 6 times this weekend, and I wanted to ask her opinion on what she thought about Harry's role in Dunkirk so that I could give you guys a good one and get some other people's words and figure out what I was going to say for this video. So this was Harry Styles' first movie ever, and to be in a Christopher Nolan movie for your first movie ever is pretty iconic, I must say. Like, goals, honestly, but I mean, he's Harry Styles, so like, what isn't he good at? Also, another thing, I do not want to take away from the amazing work of Christopher Nolan or any of the other actors that are involved in this movie. I don't mean to do that at all. I just don't know anything about movies, and I'm not like a Christopher Nolan expert, but I mean, it was a really visually pleasing movie. It was gorgeous. The shots were awesome. You really did feel like you were in the middle of the war, so I thought he was really incredible at achieving that, and it was very quick and time-paced, and you could feel the stress that the soldiers were also feeling at the time, so I think he did an awesome job at capturing those moments in the war. Yeah, and the other actors, of course, were incredible, but I don't know much about them. I don't know if they've been in other movies before, whatever. They're all great, you know, Cillian, Finn, Jack, all of them are great. So I'm going to do my very, very best to reveal absolutely no spoilers in the first half of this video. In the second half of this video, I'm going to do spoilers. I will warn you guys when I'm going to do spoilers. I'm going to give you like a 10-second seconds to like split and exit the video if you don't want to hear them, because I know lots of you are probably seeing this movie tonight or tomorrow night. So I don't want to, you know, ruin anything for you guys and get attacked in the comments like, you ruined the movie. I don't want to be that person. But I'm going to do my best not to. But then also, if you're not sure if you want to go see the movie, or you just want to hear about how I think that he did, and you don't care if I spoil anything, just keep on watching till the very end. Glad that that's cleared up. Now let's jump into the video where I talk about Harry's acting skills. So, Harry's kind of come a very, very, very long way since iCarly. I don't know if you guys were fans of One Direction. I'm sure you've seen the iCarly episode where Harry gets sick and there's like a buttershock and stuff, and it's cheesy and it's stupid, and Harry does not do his best acting job, but I mean, that was years ago. So I know a lot of people at the beginning were very unsure of how he would do in this movie, but I think many people were very surprised. Also, when I first heard that Harry was going to be in this movie, I definitely thought that he was going to be like an extra or like a cameo and like pop in as a soldier like once, or like you see him drowning in the background or something. But boy, was I wrong. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I will tell you that Harry is an integral part to this movie. The character is complex and is alongside the main character, Tommy, played by Finn Whitehead, the whole time basically. He has tons of lines, and he is there for most of the movie. I'm not going to tell you right now if he lives or dies. I will reveal that in the spoiler half. But yeah, he's in this movie a lot. Like, not kidding. It's not just like, oh, he pops in once in a while. He has a huge role, which I was so shocked to find out about. Like, he's one of the main characters. He's so good at portraying his emotions. I was so shocked. There's a scene where he's very, very angry. I mean, you've seen it in the trailer. It's like, somebody's got to get off so the rest of us can live.
Somebody's got to get off so the rest of us can live.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'll jump the boat. Like, when he does that line, I'm just like, I'm about to dive in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like Sarah Basket, like right off the ship. Feel the urgency. Like, I was so stressed out. There were definitely lots of moments where I almost cried because like I loved Tommy and I loved Alex. By the way, Harry Styles plays Alex in the movie. They end up being like brothers in a way and helping each other and getting other on boats, just trying to get off the beach, and it's just so stressful. And like, I love them together. Like, they became brothers. Alex, his character, has his flaws, and like, he's definitely pretty harsh and like comes off as mean a lot of the times, but like he just wants to get home, and that's just showing human nature. And I think that he portrays human nature so well, because imagine you're in a life or death situation and it's either you or this guy, like what's going to happen? And I think that he put on that persona so well, and you could really feel and see the desperation in his eyes to get back home. And I was shook. I was just shook. I literally felt every emotion that he was putting on screen. His facial expressions really made it, because in this movie there is not a lot of dialogue. There's tons of facial expressions though, like when the torpedo comes and all this other stuff, and the explosions and the gunshots, and like, I know, I mean, honestly though too, he talked about how Christopher Nolan created such an atmosphere around them, like the set, that he didn't feel like he was acting, he felt like he was reacting. So like a lot of those explosions and things like that were simulated, so it was very easy just to be like, okay, like not just like, oh my god, a bomb, like you felt the bomb, I guess. So it was really incredible. Like no one in the movie had that many lines exactly, but like every line that he had was very purposeful. His performance was truly incredible. I can't go on about enough. Like, I will admit, like, I mean, I might be a little bit biased, but I don't know much about acting. I've done a couple of community plays and some theater like a couple years ago in like middle school and high school, but I'm not an expert, and I'm not gonna say that I am, and I'm not gonna claim to be, but I personally thought his acting was amazing. All the actors did amazing, but like for him to be able to fit in with these actors, a lot of them that have done kind of movies like this before, and he's never done anything like that before, was incredible. And his character was just so complex. I think he had one of the most complex characters in the whole movie. He showed expressions like anger, confusion, and fear, and desperation, and you felt all of it. I could go on and on about how amazing he was, and I'm really proud of him for coming this far. And honestly, one day I would love to do movies. I don't think it'll ever happen. It might happen, but that's truly my dream. And like, I don't know, he's just such an inspiration, and the way he acted in that movie was pretty much show-stopping and incredible. And I hope that one day I can even pull off something half as grand as that and be in a Christopher Nolan movie. Like, props to you, Harry Styles. Okay, so now I'm gonna dive into a couple of spoilers. If you have not seen the movie yet, and if you do not want me to ruin it, please click out of this video. I don't want to ruin it for you. Okay, so I'm giving you about 10 seconds to click out. Okay, first of all, the bitch fucking lived. I was so shook. I did not expect him to live. I don't know why. I thought he was gonna drown. I was so ready for him to drown. He almost drowns like 5 times in the movie, and every time I was like, yeah, there he goes. He's gonna sink this time. But no, he lived. So good. Him and Tommy are literally so close to the whole movie. They become brothers, and there's this one scene though when Harry gets so heated. It's like the best like part of his acting in the whole movie, and he gets so heated and so angry because someone has to get off the boat, and he figures out that like the guy that hasn't been saying a single word the whole time was really a Frenchman, and he wasn't British, and so he's like, he needs to get off the boat, and so he starts like attacking him and like waving a gun at his face, and he's like, say something, like, what was it, like, yeah, tell me what your real name is, and like, he's a German spy, and I was like, oh my god, bitch, like Dark Harry's a real guy. Like, do you see this picture? Like, what the, like, I don't think we've ever seen Harry angry, because like there's no like interview or video of him like yelling at anybody. Like, he's a very calm person, and like I've never seen him throwing like a temper tantrum on anything, or like getting angry, or like fake angry even. So like this face, like we've never seen this, and like all of a sudden it's like in IMAX. You see this huge face of him just like growling at this guy, like, get off the ship, like this is life or death, and you're just like, iconic. Anyway, at the end of the movie, probably one of my favorite scenes is when Harry and Tommy are walking back to the trains to go home, finally going home, and it's amazing. She's like, oh my god, they actually survived, because I don't think many people were expecting them to, like, in the theater. And this guy's just passing out tea and jam. He's like, good job, boys, like, good job, or something like, well done. And Harry's just like, all we did was survive. And he goes, well, sometimes that's enough, I think that's what he said. And Harry just like shakes his head and gets on to the train. And Tommy seems relieved and chill, but Harry is like, Alex is really beating himself up, because, I don't know, you have to think about it, some of these boys, they went off to war, they wanted honor, like they wanted to come back and be cheered as heroes, and Alex was seeing it at the point of view as like, we evacuated, like we left, like we basically surrendered, like we gave up, we went home, like we ran away, like we didn't win. And so he's relieved to go home, and this whole movie he's been fighting to go home, but now that he's going home, it's hitting him that he's ashamed, and it's like you can see it all over his face, and you feel so bad for him because there's nothing that they could do, and like they had to go home, but like it was just such an awful military disaster, and I love that Christopher Nolan portrayed that in Harry, and like how these boys must have felt coming back home, not only relieved but also ashamed at the same time, which I really didn't put together. I was like, I would have been on the train like, hell yeah, I'm never going back out there again, but he's like, I didn't bring anyone honor, like I've like disgraced my country kind of thing. And I was like, wow, that's really deep. Of course he would be feeling like that. Anyway, so they get on there, and then they're sleeping and they're chilling on the train, and Alex mentions to Tommy, like, he didn't even look me in the eye, the guy passing out the tea bread, like he was ashamed of him, and that's what he felt. And they finally get to this like sunny village, and they see that Alex sees this boy passing out a newspaper, so he's like, hey, give me a newspaper, like give me a newspaper. So he gets a newspaper, and he sees that Winston Churchill addressed Dunkirk, and it's written in the paper, and he like glances at it, and it shows evacuation. I think the first line was, evacuation is not how you win wars. And he's just so crestfallen, and so he tosses it to Tommy and says, read it to me, I can't handle it. And so Tommy's reading it while they're going on there. And basically this is just like that really famous Winston Churchill speech about that beach of Dunkirk and about what happened and like how they're going to move forward in the war. It's in a lot of history books, I'm sure. It's really good, really iconic, really inspiring. So Tommy's reading out Winston Churchill's speech as they're driving away, and they're starting to come into town, and Alex got his head leaned against the window, and he hears these people banging on the window of the train, and he just turns his head away like he's ready. He thinks he's going to get spit on in the streets because they evacuated. And he looks out the window, and this old man's like smiling at him, and this kid's running alongside waving, and he's holding these like beer bottles, and he hands him one, and he's just like, Alex and Harry just starts like smiling so big, and just like, my baby, and like that just, and like Tommy's like looks so shocked, and like he's reading off these words from like this person that's so important to them, and like I started crying at that scene. So yeah, it was a really good movie. It was really intense. If you're not into intense war movies, you might not love it, but I had to go see it because Harry was in it, and the shots were gorgeous. It was a really incredible movie. I think it was really important to our history, and I loved it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks, bye.